On Tuesday, a special session of the January 6th committee was convened over new testimony from a former aide to Trump White House Chief of Staff, Mark Meadows. Originally planning to reconvene in mid-July, the committee received evidence that apparently was so damning that it couldn't even wait. In fact, this comes from Cassidy Hutchinson, who says that Donald Trump knew that people at his rally that were going to walk down to the Capitol had weapons and didn't care at all. In fact, here is that video.
In this particular instance, it wasn't the capacity of our space, it was the mags and the people that didn't want to come through. And that's what Tony had been trying to relay to him that morning. You know, it's not the issues that we encountered on the campaign. We have enough space, or they don't want to come in right now. They have weapons that they don't want confiscated by the Secret Service, and they're fine on the mall. They can see you on the mall, and they want to march straight to the Capitol from the mall.
And just to be clear, so he was told again in that conversation, or was he told again in that conversation, that people couldn't come through the mags because they had weapons?
Correct.
And that people, his response was to say they can march to the Capitol from the ellipse.
Something to the effect of, take the effing mags away, they're not here to hurt me, let them in, let my people in, they can march to the Capitol after the rally's over, they can march from the ellipse, take the effing mags away, then they can march to the Capitol.
They're not here to hurt me. Okay, it's fine. What do I care? Weapons? Yeah, of course they can bring all the weapons they want as long as they're not going to use it against me. No, if they're going to go after my political enemies, then hell yeah. Yeah, get rid of the mags, the magnetometers, the weapon scanners, and let them in. Just let them go right to the Capitol. I mean, look, there it is. There it is. Again, if that's not evidence that he was more than happy to have a violent coup, I don't know what is. Absolutely a violent coup. That same witness said that Trump wanted to join them, and there were multiple people that had known about this that were telling him, don't go, don't go, don't let him go, don't let him go. You can't, you don't, no. You can't go. Why is that? Now, he wanted to go so bad to stand with the people that, he wanted to have them bring in weapons, guns, clubs, flagpoles with sharpened tips, all of that. They already knew. And he wanted to go stand with them and march to the Capitol with them. Gee, I don't know what that sounds like. Maybe an insurrection. Huh. Weird. Very, very strange. Now, he was apparently so irate that he had already allegedly lunged for the steering wheel of a limousine that he could, so that he could drive himself to the Capitol and join the riot, that he had even put his hands around a Secret Service driver's throat. So, I mean, that's incredible. Isn't that amazing? Isn't that amazing? Okay, and so we've got the Republican response, of course, saying things like, oh, most of the people that I know, they don't really care about what happened on January 6th. They don't really care. You're just basically saying that we agree with it. We think that we should have a fascist takeover, that we should take over the United States and not, give a damn about the Constitution, not give a damn about rule of law, and just come in and take power. Well, that says a lot about you. That says that what you are is a fascist. And that, I mean, again, it's super, super clear exactly what you want. And so you're saying, well, I don't really care. Most of the people I know don't care. Well, then you and most of your friends, the people that you know, are both locked into a bubble of, right-wing disinformation, ignorance, call it what you will, but that you're also saying, I don't care as long as the people that I want are in power. I don't give a damn. Rule of law, who cares? Who cares? I hate this country. I hate what it stands for. And I'm going to take it over. And I'm going to join the guy who wants to take it over. And that's pure and simple. That's their message. That's all they care about. So, just in case you don't know exactly who these guys are, they are telling you who they are. They're telling you who they are. And maybe we should listen. And more importantly, maybe we should crack down on the actual fascists. But of course, unfortunately, Democrats aren't going to do anything like that. As far as I know, maybe, I don't know, maybe I'll be surprised to see Merrick Garland grow a spine, but we'll see. That said, the internet responded to some of these new details. One person says, this isn't a smoking gun, it's a bomb crater. Well, we'll see. Certainly very, very important, adding to the case that Donald Trump knew that there was a violent attempt to take the Capitol, which they were never going to hold, for one. But even so, they're going to try to take the Capitol, and that was going to be used as a distraction to try to make sure that Trump and his phony fake electors can then just hand the presidency over to an illegitimate president. And that's it. Simple as that. Another person says, if you still support Trump, you're not an American, you're a traitor. And you know what? Absolutely. Another person says, yes, because Trump is a malignant narcissist. Nothing actually exists other than their ego. No one exists other than to feed their ego. This is why you don't put personality disordered people in positions of power. Now, unfortunately, of course, that seems to be all we put into power. And then finally, Trump accepting reality that he lost has invoked his Project Big Lie. If I'm going down, I'm taking you all with me. Mass destruction and suffering inflicted unless America wakes up and eliminate him entirely, meaning, of course, making sure to punish him for what he has done and to make sure that he cannot try to usurp power again. And then adds, prosecute all responsible for 1/6/21 insurrection. Simple as that. If they actually did that, that would be great. That would actually be what we need to do as a country. Unfortunately, I'm skeptical. Even though we have all of this information out there, it still is up to people like Merrick Garland to actually do the thing that they're supposed to do their jobs. And I'm just not convinced that they're up to actually doing that. We live in very, very dangerous times.